You are watching the NCAA Baseball Regionals. It's presented by Capital One. Under the lights tonight at Pete Taylor Park. What's at stake? The winner of this one heads to the regional final tomorrow. It's Little Rock, the OVC champs, and Jacksonville State, the champions of Conference USA, with two statement victories as the lower-seeded teams yesterday. Double elimination regional round in Hattiesburg. Our national seed, by the way, is gone. Little Rock, that ninth inning rally to come from behind and beat Southern Miss, and Jacksonville State scored early and often yesterday against Virginia to vault themselves to this battle of the winners on a Saturday night at Pete Taylor Park. Welcome upstairs. That's the coach, Bobby Miranda, Kevin Fitzgerald with you. It's real simple today. Winner of this one, Bobby, has got the upper hand and is in the driver's seat tomorrow in the regional final.
Little Rock and Jack State want to get in that car, that sports car, and drive it right to the championship series here. You have to get beaten twice if you win tonight. Very difficult task for anyone that challenges them.
So Little Rock down a run, headed to the ninth inning yesterday against the national seed. They score 4 runs, and the exclamation point was Blake Simpson's 2-run bomb over the right field wall.
Yeah, third straight multi-hit game. His home run in the ninth inning elevated their team to their first big inning of that contest and put it out of reach.
Meanwhile, the hot bat in Jacksonville State's order, Caleb Johnson.
Yeah, 3 for 6 yesterday, a home run, 3 RBIs, 20 multi-hit games on the season, has homered in 3 of the last 4 games, can really swing the bat.
That Maserati is sitting there. One of these teams, they want to get their hands on the wheel. Head to the regional final tomorrow. colorful sky in the background there. It's almost as if Mother Nature knows. You see the colors of both of these programs in the sky behind us. Pete Taylor Park, winner of this one, heads to the regional final tomorrow. And what does that mean? It means one of the two other teams in this field would have to beat you twice on Sunday and Monday to go to the Supers. So Ryan Garrity makes his 4th start of the year for Jacksonville State, one of the reliable long relievers for Steve Beazer.
Garrity loves his cutter. Has an elevated walk rate this season. 5.5 per 9 innings. The standard is 3. Really has to get that reference point figured out. Talked to Coach Beazer about it yesterday. Said he wants to figure out that release point versus righties, make that target line up with the right-handed hitter. A much bigger window against lefties. Likes the smaller window right on right.
He's going to face 3 righties right out of the chute here at the top of Chris Curry's lineup card. Lopez, Smith, Friend. We highlighted him a few moments ago. Blake Simpson with a 3-hit day in that significant win over the now eliminated national seed, Southern Miss.
Yeah, that one big inning highlighted by his 2-run homer in the 9th. Sealed the deal for Little Rock.
That is the significant news here in Hattiesburg today. A couple of hours ago, Virginia outlasted the number 9 national seed in extras. Scored 4 in the top half of the 10th. Ultimately KO'd the Eagles 15-11. Little Rock had a hand in that. One of the bigger wins in this program's Division I history. We are ready to go on a Saturday night. Jordy Lopez also had a 3-hit day yesterday, the junior from Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic.
Really like his game. Both sides of the ball. Swinging the bat, an outstanding defender. Made an incredible play over the shoulder in short left field. Made some nice plays up the middle in the 6-hole. This guy is a very high-level infield player.
He was a great addition out of the portal ahead of this season. Garrity nearly hits him. Counts 2 balls and 1 strike.
Fitzy, you can see that movement arm side. There's a lot of run on the pitch. He's got to learn how to control that in the strike zone to be successful tonight.
Two-1 is smashed in the air. It's got some carry to it, but enough yard for Majette. And there's 1 gone. 18 appearances in the regular season for Garrity. You saw the numbers, a 4.83 ERA, struck out 45 hitters in 40 innings. 2 appearances last week in that Conference USA tournament in which the Gamecocks went unblemished. 4 games, 4 wins, and they're double champs out of Conference USA. That's in the turf there to Cade Smith. They won the regular season title and the conference tournament title. Undisputed champions out of Conference USA.
There's that cutter, 88 miles per hour. It's a good one. Opponents hitting 222 on the season off that cutter. And Fitzy, you'll see Garrity run it up to 95 miles an hour today. Sitting 92, 93, touch 95.
He's fallen behind the all-conference center fielder Smith, 3-0. Smith hit .323 in the regular season. Very well-rounded hitter. Led these Trojans in walks and on-base percentage. Smashes that back up the box. It's a 1-out single.
That's a beautiful swing through the middle of the field by Cade Smith. He's got a short, compact little swing. Very, very simple. A lot of top hand in it. Watch his top hand get through this pitch. The ball's up in the zone. That's easy pickings for a short, flat swing like that.
Yep, really good hitter from Searcy, Arkansas. Nolan Friend knocked in the run that put Little Rock ahead 5-4 in that 9th inning. So Simpson's homer, as you mentioned, was the one that sealed it. Friend's base hit with the infield in against Southern Miss put the Trojans up for good. And so these Trojans, they are earning a reputation for not just crashing these parties, but making a lot of noise. This is their 2nd straight regional appearance after they won the OVC crown a year ago. What they do last year in Baton Rouge, they pushed the national seed LSU to a 7th game. And as an encore performance this year, they're 1 win away from going 2-0 to get back to a regional final. This is the 4 seed, and all they have done in the postseason is wreak havoc and upend brackets.
And oh, by the way,
what else did I miss?
That win against the LSU Tigers, their only loss in the tournament last year, the eventual national champions. Delivered by Little Rock.
And it was a competitive 7th game, too, before LSU pulled away late. 3-1 is lifted out to right.
Doesn't see it.
King lost it in the lights. And so it falls into shallow right field. And Smith's all the way at 3rd.
The sun just setting here in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Tough sky right now. Ball gets above the lights. And it's in that twilight period. Full moon, too,
This stuff
Fitzy.
happens on a full moon, doesn't it? Well, he wasn't anywhere close to it, Bobby. Sometimes when the sun impacts outfielders or fielders, the ball might land close by when they ultimately lose it. And that time, King just never really located it. Here's Blake Simpson. Rips one back out that way. It is down, and Little Rock plates a 1st inning run. Smith scores. Simpson picking up right where he left off. These Trojans, unafraid, fearless in the postseason, score first.
Simpson likes the first pitch. It's a breaking ball, and he gets jammed on it. Watch this right here. On the hands, hits it only 67 miles per hour, but perfectly placed inside the line in right field.
His last 2 at-bats, he's driven in some important runs. Nico Bamba is the designated hitter from Euless, Texas. So that is 3 hits now in this opening frame against Garrity, and 2, as you mentioned, were, well, one was a soft liner, the other was essentially an out. And a fly ball that just was not caught, lost in the lights by King.
The essentially an out was hit 213 feet in the air.
Yeah.
And then the soft liner, 67 miles per hour off the bat. There's that cutter.
Stay on there. When he comes, stay on there.
Command can be a bit of an issue. Behind in the count right here. Simpson only 1 stolen base on the season. Garrity's given up 7 while he's on the mound.
Bamba takes a strike. He has been one of the more skilled and complete hitters this year for Little Rock. A return to a place where he thrived in 23 and 24. Thought he was out of eligibility after the 24 season. Was able to play at a Division II school last year.
7th year of eligibility.
I'm still trying to determine how they did it, but props to the program they did by playing at that Division II school. It actually allowed him to use the Diego Pavia waiver, as we
Exactly.
colloquially refer to it now, to get this extra year. I think he's done. I think this is the last ride for him.
I think so.
That's topped foul.
Coach Curry tried to hire him as the player development coach on his staff. And then they found out that he's eligible and, hey, you want to play another year? And he's like, for sure, let's go.
There's the longtime successful boss of these Trojans.
Why not?
Yep.
Let's put my uni on and suit it up.
12 seasons as the head coach for Curry. Central Arkansas man through and through. 2-2 is pulled through the left side. Bomb plates friend. 2-0 Trojans in the first.
This is another breaking ball. Out over the plate. 86. I mean, it spun at almost 3,000 RPMs. Bamba just stays through it and smokes it into the 6-hole. Little Rock impressive in this one early.
And they have forced a first inning mound visit now. Ryan Kramer, the pitching coach for Jacksonville State. So yesterday, these Gamecocks, they went with one of their really reliable starters, Bo Bryans. Used a bunch of quality arms, and today, instead of going to Stephen Cash or Eli Pillsbury, who is two of their other weekend arms, they start this game with Garrity, who's one of their long relievers essentially out of the bullpen. And you've got Kramer here trying to settle everybody down.
I think Coach Beazer the plan was Garrity to be an opener in this one. Try to go 2 or 3, get him into the game, and then bring one of their starters following.
Now it's Angel Cano. Garrity spiked that one.
I've been really impressed with the plate discipline of the Little Rock hitters. They're just very calm in the box, hitterish, limited chase.
They have not looked like a 4 seed based on how they've played now 10 innings of baseball. You know, Bobby, they were a break this way or a break that way from not even playing in this regional round. They had to go on that miraculous, outrageous run last week at the OVC tournament, winning 5 straight elimination games. Several of them in really impressive come from behind fashion. I mean, they erased some big deficits, particularly in those final 2 games where they handed Eastern Illinois, the team that had the upper hand, consecutive losses in order to punch their ticket to this regional round. And Garrity, so on that pitch, by the way, there was a balk. The runners advance. Boy, Little Rock, it is in control right now
Just
after
applying
just
pressure.
starting. Yeah.
Applying pressure. I'm not sure exactly what he did.
Well, so he didn't come set, are they saying?
I guess he bounced through that. You see the way he rolls a little bit when he starts. He bounces a little bit up and down. They might want to talk about this and just make sure.
Bobby, isn't a lot of this predicated upon what he was doing previously? Was he bouncing every single time, or was this the first time where he didn't come to a complete stop right now? Was it not consistent?
Right, different in his routine.
I think the umpires got together just to confirm whether or not that latest pitch out of the zone.
I think it ended up being a ball instead of a balk. Now it's bases loaded.
Yeah, 6 of one, half dozen of the other, essentially. So they are loaded. 5 straight have reached. And Jacksonville State's making a first inning pitching change.
Shocking. Wow.
The 4 seed Little Rock playing fearless and with just loads of courage. is forcing Steve Beazer to go to the bullpen. And they're bringing in Judd Files, who has been one of their excellent relief pitchers. It's an early call to the pen. Critically important Saturday battle of this regional weekend in Hattiesburg. Matchup of the winners from yesterday. Winner of this game goes to the regional final and has the upper hand. Look at the score. Little Rock, the 4 seed, with a couple of runs in. The bases are loaded, and Steve Beazer had to go to the bullpen in the first inning. He replaces Ryan Garrity with Judd Files, who's got very impressive numbers in only 16 1/3 innings.
Yeah, very impressive, and basically throws one pitch, a cut fastball. Throws it over and over and over again. It's a fastball that just naturally cuts, kind of a Mariano Rivera type action across the plate.
Ty Rhodes is the 7th hitter at the plate for the Trojans in this opening inning. He takes a rip at it. They're going to get a run out of this, and Rhodes is out. It's 3-0 Little Rock.
And there it is, that cutter on the hands. Just enough contact to deliver a run for Little Rock. That's why putting the ball in play is so important with a man on third, less than 2 outs.
Trey Hill is the catcher from Fayetteville, Arkansas. These Trojans have embodied the nothing to lose mentality that's needed as, if you want to call it an underdog, so to speak, a 4 seed in this regional. 3 first inning runs to set the tone. Counts 2-0 to Hill.
As head coach Chris Curry says, all he needs is a chip and a chair. Deal him in.
Talk to me. Oh yeah,
Deal
poker table, huh?
Poker table, chip and a chair. That's their
Give them one
motto.
chip, they'll turn it into a pile. Well, they're doing so already. They've won a few hands in this first inning. Chris Curry, the very charismatic, witty, and intellectual head coach. He's got a lot of ties to this state. That's outside, so that's a 4-pitch walk. Curry's mom's side of his family is from the Jackson area. He played at a junior college in this state
with Coach Scott Berry, legendary
a very prominent name around these parts, the longtime boss of Southern Miss. Barry guided the Eagles to their lone College World Series appearance, and so Curry was he was giddy the other day when we talked with him about maybe being at this particular place was for him. This is the 9-hitter Cooper Chaplin. Now, it's not just him who's giddy, his team is. They're playing fearless right now. Bobby, you've mentioned it, just good at bats. To underscore the point that you brought up previously. Maybe a play for Cash. He's near the dugout. He reaches. He caught it.
Nice.
Great play. Inning over, but Little Rock scores 3 times and sets the tone in the first.
I love what Cash does right here. He gets to the fence, and then the ball comes back to him. That's a very fundamentally sound play.
Three runs and 5 hits for the 4 seed of this Hattiesburg Regional, Little Rock. So they have set the tone with 3 first-inning runs. And so Brigden Parker, this redshirt senior from rural Colorado, is out on the mound here, Bobby, going, I've got 3 runs of support already.
Oh, yeah. Left-handers loving it with a 3-0 lead already headed into the bottom of the inning. Has a plus slider, a 4-pitch mix to 91 miles per hour. A lot of fastball usage, over 53%. These left-handers had a nice season for Little Rock.
I'll say he was one of their reliable starters. He's from Holly, Colorado, which is essentially the far eastern edge of the state. It's virtually the middle of nowhere. He's from a town of 1,000 people. Starts at a junior college at Cowley Junior College in Kansas. Transfers to the Jayhawk program for a couple of years. Only appeared in 10 games. And so for his final year of eligibility, Coach Curry got him out of the portal and started him for much of the season. And this is Steve Beezer's lineup card. It's just who he's going to have to deal with. Johnson in that 2-hole is swinging a hot bat. Jackson Pate is the leadoff man.
Well, this is a dynamic offense, a variety of ways to score runs. You'll see that on display if they can get the leadoff hitter on in each inning today. They'll bunt, they'll run, they'll slash, they'll hit and run, they'll safety squeeze. They do a lot of different things, and when hit for power, it really elevates their game.
And their offensive game was on full. They displayed the full arsenal yesterday in a 15-run performance against Virginia. They scored early and they scored often. But now the Gamecocks find themselves behind for the first time this weekend. Jackson Pate, redshirt freshman from Calhoun, Georgia, takes that one outside. The count evens. That misses a little tight. Little Rock's pitching staff was arguably the best in the OVC. Led the league in strikeouts, had the lowest batting average against. And how will it fare against this very clever offense? Chopped over to the left side. What away.
You don't want to hit the ball over there. Lopez can really play the game defensively at shortstop. Attacks this baseball. Johnson can really run down the line easy out for Little Rock.
Johnson, the impactful program veteran, goes out a conference champ this year. He's now a two-time all-conference selection, turned in a really impressive final year.
Yeah,
Alabama native.
My apologies, that was paid.
Ten homers on this season now after Johnson went deep yesterday.
Yeah, great looking player, switch hitter, both sides of the plate. Last 2 weeks, a .417 average with a 1.3 OPS.
Parker delivers, this time finds the zone, counts 2 balls and a strike.
Something has to give here is season average versus left-handed pitching, .407. That's stout.
That is an astounding number. Count evens up.
The two shortstops in this game, high-level players.
That time Parker missed with the off-speed.
Tried to show a changeup right there. Very occasional pitch for him throughout the season.
Payoff pitch on the way. Johnson gets underneath it. Chaplin's there. 2 quick outs for Parker. This left-hander last week picked up a huge win in that OVC tournament, went 7 innings against Lindenwood on May 21st. So he has not pitched in 9 days. Very well rested. He only had to pitch 1 time last week. And again, he's one of their starters, went deep in that game. But Little Rock played 7 games last week, which really illustrates just how deep their staff is. Trey King gets out of the way. The count evens at a ball and a strike.
Yeah, just Garrity's 4th start of the year has allowed 1 run in his last 14 2/3 innings on the mound.
Trey King, a .340 hitter. He thrived this year in his debut season in Jacksonville. Played the last couple of years at Georgia. Did not appear in too many games, only 44 at-bats. That batting average this year for the Gamecocks, top 10 in the league. Had a couple of hits yesterday. Takes that one for ball 4. So it's a 2-out base runner for Jack State. Grayson Ash now hits. This is the redshirt junior from Montgomery, Alabama.
And another very hot hitter for Jack State. .423 in the last 2 weeks with 8 RBIs.
47 win year for these Gamecocks. I mean, when were they not hot?
Well, we talked to Coach Beazer the other day, and he was adamant that he thought they should have been a 2 seed in an NCAA regional. I have to agree.
They sent the 2 seed in this regional to that elimination game earlier today. Virginia showed every bit of grit, resolve, and determination it had in that victory over Southern Miss. So this Hattiesburg regional, it has unfolded in a most unpredictable way, just like many of our regional sites across the country. Ash hits that one hard. Lopez goes to second, inning over. Little Rock going up back to work at the plate with a 3-0 lead. Take a look at these wild Saturday headlines. How about UCLA, the #1 seed, played in an elimination game today against USC. They were down 5-3 going to the bottom of the 9th inning. They go back-to-back. Jacks ultimately walk it off. Auburn staves off elimination as well with that 70-13 offensive melee victory over NC State. VCU eliminated the Vols earlier today in Chapel Hill, and Southern Miss, the national seed here in Hattiesburg, became the first host seed to get eliminated today. 2 and out, Bobby. 2 games, 2 losses, and unfortunately for USM, their season done. Second inning begins. That's the leadoff hitter, Jordy Lopez. 3 runs for the Trojans in the top half of the first. This has been a very thrilling, and depending on the perspective, I suppose, thrilling and entertaining first 2 days of this tournament. That's off of Johnson's glove. Lopez looking to stretch it. And he's caught between first and second, ultimately retreats back. The leadoff runner is on for these fearless, unflappable Trojans against Files.
And I love the way Jordy Lopez plays the game. Seems like he's up every inning, Fitzy. I mean, here we are in the top of the second, and he's already leading off.
Trojans sent 9 hitters to the plate in the first inning. They batted around.
He's all over the place at shortstop, leading off every inning pretty much. It feels like he's always highlighted in every game we've seen so far.
Cade Smith bats.
Guy's a player. And then Cade Smith has a really short swing.
Oh, you've liked the shortstops in our regional.
I have.
Holmes filled in nicely for Becker.
Yeah, I love Becker.
For Virginia, that is.
Yeah, they would love to get him back in that lineup tomorrow, if possible, after being hit in the wrist with a 95-mile-per-hour fastball yesterday.
Our cameras caught him going through warm-ups, pregame. He was very much a game-time decision. There's a swing and a drive. Smith launches this one deep to left, but Jet has it for the first out. Nolan Friend will bat next, and that discourse around Virginia very important. So remember, the loser of this game would then turn around and play Virginia in our first matchup tomorrow, which is right now scheduled for 3 local time, 4 Eastern. So one of these 2 teams will play 1 game tomorrow evening. The loser is going to have to play twice tomorrow and win both of those games just to force that dramatic Game 7 on Monday. Runner on the go. Ash's throw is high, and Johnson, boy, with the reflexes that time. Imagine if he does not catch that one. Lopez might be at third.
Stolen base number 16 on the season. But Jordy Lopez had a great jump.
Little Rock executing in these first 2 innings.
I mean, Little Rock applying pressure similar to what Jack State did yesterday to the Who's. The Virginia Cavaliers felt that pressure early.
Wave and a miss. But that fastball was tucked inside that time to Friend.
Yeah, great location, down and in. A lot of movement on that pitch.
Judd Files replaced Ryan Garrity after just 1/3 of an inning in that opening frame. Reached at, poked down the line, long run for Majetti, was playing way off the chalk. This one is down, bounces over and out of play. It's a ground rule double, and another run comes in for the Trojans. 4-zip.
This is a slider, and Friend is fooled on this. Watch, he one-arms it to the pull side. Look at that. It's like a tennis racket. Just makes contact, perfectly places it inside the foul line for a ground rule double. I mean, he hit that ball probably 3 feet in front of home plate and still kept it fair.
Things, they are going the Trojans' way. Blake Simpson, first pitch swinging, trying to dig this one out. There's the second out in this frame.
I think one thing I'm figuring out about Blake Simpson, he loves the first pitch. He fires on the first pitch almost every at-bat in this tournament.
He's the redshirt junior from Toronto. Knocked in a run, his first at-bat. Little Rock, a 4-0 lead.
And if you're Jack State right here, you need to minimize, try to strand Friend at second base and keep it at 4.
Nico Bombaugh drove in a run in that opening inning. Little Rock setting the tone. When we met with these Trojans 2 days ago, they underscored the fact this stage isn't really that big for us anymore. About half the roster was on that tournament team a year ago. They've got older, experienced players. And they had a pretty solid year. They finished 4th in the league. And then they went on that magical run in the OVC tournament. That one is bounced way out in front of the plate. And so the count goes even to Bombaugh.
And the difference in this team compared to the 2025 squad, Coach Curry talked about the depth in his pitching staff. That's why they made that run in the OVC tournament.
Played 7 games.
Yes.
You better have the depth. They certainly do, Bobby. Boy, that one was backhanded by Ash.
I mean, he was adamant about the recruiting process after going to the championship game of the LSU Regional, being on the phone during the regional because the transfer portal opened up, and they signed 4 quality arms that have made an impact on their program immediately.
That payoff has popped up into shallow right, and so this should do it in the top half of the second, but Little Rock pads its lead. They get another, it's 4-0. It was a dramatic 10th inning finish in this thriller earlier today. The elimination game between the national seed Southern Miss and Virginia. Zach Jackson's 2-run single in the top half of the 10th frame put Virginia ahead 13-11. And then moments later, Kyle Johnson with the exclamation point. A bomb over the center field wall. The emotions, these Cavaliers, who were bested by Jacksonville State in the opener yesterday, showed some major grit and fortitude. They got off to a great start today against Southern Miss. They played with the lead for most of that game against the national seed, and ultimately bested them in extras, 15-11 in that back and forth offensive slugfest. Take a look at this. A deep drive, deep out to right. Thomas goes yard. Jacksonville State's on the board in the second.
Wow. This was a breaking ball, I believe. This ball hung in the middle of the plate. Brady Thomas knew what to do with it. Watch right here, left on left, yes. That's at the belt on the inner half. Just sitting on a tee. Those go a long way when you hit them out front like that. The ball doesn't carry quite as good at night. 361 feet, just enough to get
That's
out of
now
here.
the 11th homer of the year for the offensive catalyst in the middle of Steve Beezer's lineup. Led the league, Bobby, in OPS, slugging percentage, on base percentage. Great year for this Brandon, Mississippi native back in his home state. Remember, he was our player of the game yesterday in Jacksonville State's opening round win. Now it's Sam Richardson. He's got to protect with 2 strikes. Parker's got to refocus. Wave and a miss. Challenged him with that fastball up. 1 out.
It's a nice job of coming back after that home run for Brigden Parker. Good fastball, life up in the strike zone.
Cooper Blausers, the redshirt junior from Alpharetta, Georgia, trying to bunt his way on. Parker mishandles it. So there is the first illustration of the short game today for the Gamecocks.
And I like it. Pressure. When you're pitching and you go to field a bunt, you've got to field the ball first before you do anything. You've got to pick it up, jam it in your glove, then throw it. Have to have the ball first to make the play. Cannot make it without the ball.
And Bobby, so that is an error on Parker. Jacksonville State led Conference USA in sack bunts, sack hits, sack flies. Plus everybody's got the green light on the base paths.
Yeah, and Cooper Blauser with 25 stolen bases on the season. Look for him to run. If he feels it, he can put it together on his own.
And 25, second most in Conference USA.
And Little Rock knows that. Cooper Blauser getting down the line on that bunt, applying pressure. The son of a big leaguer, a great shortstop, Jeff Blauser for the Atlanta Braves.
He was on that 95 World Series team.
The Clemson Tiger transfer. Originally signed with Clemson, transferred to Jack State. Hit a rocket out of here yesterday.
Yeah. It's a 2-run homer. So Brigden's coming home. This one is slashed into left. It's a base hit for Cash. This one's going to the wall. Simpson cuts it off. The windmill around third. No throw to the plate. Jack State cuts the deficit in half. And Matthew Cash goes the other way.
This was interesting. This ball is smoked. Look at that ball. It's up above the belt. Nice flat swing from the left-hand hitter right there. Smoked into the gap by Matthew Cash. Cooper Blauser flying around the bases.
Trey Majet's the 9-hole hitter up for the first time. Pounds this one out to right. That's the second out. Cash will not tempt Rhodes and right.
Cooper Blauser on his own, running through the stop sign. Coach Beezer was trying to hold him up. He knew he could score, and then he said go. Stop, then go.
I think Blauser saw go the whole way.
I think Coach Beezer saw, wow, Cooper's right here already. Let's just do it. But it was a stop sign, then a go sign. Got to give credit to Cooper Blauser running that hard and running.
Throw to second. They pick him off. Brigden Parker picks off Cash.
We're going to get a look at this.
So did Beezer signal? Yeah,
yes.
He did.
We're going to get a look at this. I love the play call.
Yeah, I'll call it second base is under review.
Immediately when you're on second base, you're feeling good about yourself, and all of a sudden, boom, it's a quick pick to second. It surprises Matthew Cash. Take a look at it right here. It's a preset play. Oh, he's out. I think he's out.
We're going to slow this one down, and we need something indisputable that would show that the right hand is on that bag before a tag.
Watch
it's got to be definitive.
Right into the glove, right there. Little Rock already walking off the field, feeling like it's definitely an out. We'll see what Pittsburgh has to say in the command center.
Collaborative replay. This is the DV Sport headquarters, if you will, in Pittsburgh. And they are putting every single angle under the microscope. To me, we keep referencing this word. Yeah, that looks like that mitt is on the arm. It just doesn't appear that we have anything definitive to point to that would show the hand is in before the tag. Remember, call on the field is out. You need something indisputable that says the hand was in there. I don't think we have that.
No, and I can't underestimate how well coached both of these teams are. Jack State, that's a bad base running play if he's out, right, with 2 outs. But we saw it yesterday. We've seen it already earlier today. Both these teams are so well coached offensively and defensively, including that pick play.
After review, the call on the field stands. The runner is out. Jacksonville State has 1 challenge remaining.
That's the bad news. The good news for the Gamecocks, they cut the deficit in half. They scored twice. 4-2 game after 2. Oh, what's going to happen under the full moon today? We have seen some mysterious things this weekend. The 4 seed Little Rock with a 4-2 lead now as we start the third over Jacksonville State.
Very artistic in the truck tonight. I like it. Beautiful night here in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Super competitive game. Honored to be here.
You said it, partner. Looks like we are in for another thrilling game based on how this one has begun. Angel Cano, number 6 hitter for the Trojans, 6, 7, and 8, due up against Judd Files. Trojans got 3 in the first and then 1 in the second before Jacksonville State answered. 1 out. Ty Rhodes bats next. Earlier today, it was the wild, high-scoring extra inning affair that saw Virginia eliminate our national seed Southern Miss.
Wild.
Winner of this one, yep, winner of this one goes to the regional final tomorrow evening, and they would have a huge upper hand on whoever meets them. We've only got 3 teams left standing. Virginia's the other.
Yeah, because the loser of this game would have. The loser of this game is done. The winner of this game would have to play 2 games tomorrow.
Got to win them both just to force a 7th game. That would be Monday.
Right.
It's not as if it hasn't been done before.
So you're saying there's a chance?
There always is. That one never gets old, by the way.
No, it doesn't.
Can always pull that out at any moment.
Yes, you can.
I think those comedians call their shots too. Are they like, hey, let's work this line in? I guarantee we're going to be talking, you know, Jim Carrey on set.
Totally.
Is he saying this one's going to last?
Totally.
Call your shot Babe Ruth style. Trey Hill bats. 1 out, 1 on.
It's a nice slider. I like the shape of that pitch. I like the spin rate. Almost 2,700 RPMs.
Well, both of these teams, talking about pitching depth, both teams have it. It's one thing just to say it, trust us, they really do. Files is one of the high leverage arms that Beezer has relied on in many big spots. And he had to go to him very quickly in the first inning, with the Trojans having scored a few. I'm very interested to see how Jacksonville State handles this the rest of the way. Yesterday, they used, if you want to call it that, their number 2 arm. And he was excellent, Bo Bryans. And then they used 3 relievers, McDougal, Horst, and Hutto, who have all pitched in big spots. This one gets to the backstop. Little Rock has a runner at second base. Jacksonville State today elects to go with essentially an opener in Garrity, who has only started 4 times. He was more of a longer reliever this year for the Gamecocks. After he struggled a bit in that first inning, they go quickly to Files. So if anybody wants to look at it this way, the Gamecocks, they have 2 weekend arms that they still have not used yet. 2-1 is cut at and missed.
That fastball with that little cut action, hard to center.
Foul tipped, it's into the mitt. 2 away.
That's a nice pitch. That ball cut. Watch it right here at the end. See that little cut action away? You see it in the middle of the strike zone, and then it's gone. Off the barrel.
Cooper Chaplin popped out to the left side of the field his first time up. Waves at that one. Chaplin's the senior from Jackson, Mississippi, so he's playing at a park that's about an hour and 45 minutes from where he grew up. Bounced that one off of his foot. Started at Meridian Community College, not far from here. About an hour and 15 minutes away.
Chaplin has very interesting reverse splits. Hitting .204 versus right-handers, .421 on the season versus lefties.
So what does that tell you?
He really fights to stay in when it's left on left. Probably tries to do a little too much, possibly against a righty. It's interesting.
One-two is dropped in for a called third strike. So it's a scoreless top of the third for Files. We're going to talk a whole lot about OPS differential when we come back. Coach Mo, get ready to
Let's
go to school, folks.
Let's go.
Bobby, take us to school. OPS differential. You love it. You pay attention to it. What is it?
So what it is, what do you get offensively, OPS-wise? Okay,
as
so
a team.
As a team,
okay.
Offensively. So that is on base and slug combined. And then what you give up on base and slug. What is the difference between those two? And looking at this graphic right here, Jacksonville State has the best OPS differential in this regional. So I really believe that stat has a lot more to do with the quality of the baseball you play. Do you give up slug? Do you give up on base? Do you create traffic offensively? Do you eliminate traffic defensively? If you do that thing at a high level and you have a big gap between those two numbers, you have a high OPS differential. Jackson State, 12th in the nation overall in that number.
And over the course of a weekend, of a double elimination weekend where you're going to play many games, one team could play up to 5 games. In your eyes, usually the team with the best differential is walking away from a weekend like this as the last team standing. That is in for a strike to Jackson Pate. Brigden Parker on the mound for his 3rd inning of work.
Well, in regional play, it's a little bit less because there's 4 teams, a lot of different factors, just a little bit less.
I think the batter called time there, so Danny Cricks granted it before Parker chucked that pitch.
Head-to-head competition. Whew. Like in the Super Regionals, it's about 90% accurate. In the major leagues in the playoffs this year, 10 out of 11 playoff series, the higher OPS differential won the series, including the World Series champions versus the Toronto Blue Jays. 10 out of 11 were right with OPS differential. So it's a really interesting stat. And notice, the #1 OPS differential team in the country, plus 328 is their differential between their defense and their offense, Georgia Tech. Number 2, Georgia. Number 3, UCLA. What did all 3 of those teams have in common? They dominated their Power 4 league.
Georgia Tech, by the way, with a 5-3 lead in the 7th over Oklahoma, so they are very close to vaulting to the regional final unscathed. And so, Bobby, you've gone back and looked at this and studied this over the last few years. In the Supers, that's where you see this really bearing out, meaning the team with the best OPS differential in a best 2 out of 3. What, more than 90% of the time is coming out on top?
Yeah, it's about 89 to 90% of the time. And then when you get to Omaha, it plays out as well. I mean, we've had the national champion be one of the top OPS differentials in the SEC. So whoever led the SEC in OPS differential, 1 or 2, has won the national championship every one of those years.
Wow. This is something the big league clubs pay attention to as well.
Exactly. For trades,
yeah,
they try to find a person that would fit into their OPS differential algorithm. It's definitely out there. It's not really in public that much, but I'm trying to expose it a little bit.
Caleb Johnson's back at the plate, Bobby.
He's a quality player.
Speaking of OPS.
Yes. Speaking of OPS.
That catches the outside corner. Oh, Bobby, by the way, you know who we're going to be talking to?
Oh, I'm excited about that.
The Friday night phenom for Little Rock, who pitched brilliantly in yesterday's surprising, well, I suppose surprising to only the folks outside of that Little Rock dugout. Their surprising win against Southern Miss yesterday. Westmoreland went about, what, 5 innings yesterday. Did good stuff. Held that Southern Miss offense in check. 7-4 head-turning win over the national seed yesterday for the Trojans.
Yeah, throwing bowling balls up there. Heavy fastballs at 94, 95.
Now that'll be really neat to talk with him, get his insights as to how his day went, but also just being in the midst of that game. This one's a mile high out to right. Remember, on the last flyout, or a flyout earlier today, Jacksonville State right fielder had some trouble with the high fly. This time Rhodes handles it. Johnson is retired, and Trey King.
Much easier sky right now. You can see how dark the sun has set. Much easier to see the white baseball versus that twilight where the white baseball blends with the falling sun.
The sky, yeah, it almost had a little dark purple, a maroon up there in the sky. This one is hit hard right to the second baseman. Flip to second for 1. On to first, double play. 4-6-3. Jacksonville State's done here in the 3rd.
I love Little Rock's middle infield. It can really play the game, especially that guy right there, the shortstop for Little Rock.
Super important Saturday night battle in Hattiesburg. It's the winners for the opening round, Little Rock and Jacksonville State. The winner of this one goes to the regional final and has the upper hand tomorrow night. Brandon Westmoreland was the go-to Friday night ace for the Trojans this year, and yesterday he showed everybody across the country just why. 5 strong innings through 90 pitches. So Brandon, hello, thank you for doing this, by the way.
Yes, sir, no problem.
Congrats on not just a great performance for yourself, but also Little Rock as a team. Fearless performance, come from behind fashion. You guys get those 4 runs in the 9th inning yesterday. I mean, we got to start right there. As you're watching that game unfold in the late innings, how the heck did it feel like, this huge win for the program?
Oh, I mean, it was an awesome feeling. You know, as a team, you know, in the dugout, we knew we could do it. It was just a matter of putting those hits together. And, you know, the 9th inning was huge. I mean, we put those hits together, we got around the bases, we scored.
So we start the 4th inning. Whoa, that pitch from Judd Files is behind Jerdy Lopez. It's the top of the order for Little Rock here in the 4th. They're up 4-2.
Hey, Brandon, let's talk about your fastball. You know, we've heard a lot about your turbo sinker, that one-seamer.
Oh, it's an out at first.
That's a line drive.
Thomas makes the catch. Go ahead, Bobby.
You were throwing the ball last night at the top of the zone a lot. Was that by design? Talk us through.
Yeah, so for a bunch of those dudes at scouting report, we wanted to get above their barrels. I mean, we knew there would be spots for the sinkers, but I actually used my four-seam a bunch yesterday.
I could see that. I was watching during the game. I'm like, the game plan has changed from what I thought with your turbo sinker. Let's go through your 2 grips right now on your four-seamer and then your sinker. Can you show us your four-seam first?
Yeah, my
four-seam last
four-seam.
night?
Yeah, it's just a traditional grip, so you know it's like this. Just hold it like that and throw it.
Okay, horseshoe on the inside.
Yes, sir.
And then how about that one-seam turbo sinker?
Yeah, so the sinker is, I'll get it right here on here. Just put my fingers there. So I try to start it closer together, but you know if it's getting away from me, I'll spread this index finger out a little bit.
And is there anything you try to do as far as staying inside that pitch with your wrist or your fingers or anything like that?
For me, the sinker's actually, it comes pretty natural, so you know I just throw it however I would throw any other pitch, really.
Yeah, and you were 94-96 last night. You may have topped out at a 7. It's like a bowling ball coming up there, and the hitters have a broomstick in their hands. It is quite impressive.
You like that analogy?
Yeah.
You know, we talk with you on Thursday, and when we talk with you and Angel and everybody, there was a calm in that room. This pitch is cut at and missed, and it's going to be a strikeout here. So Smith goes down on strikes. You know, real quick here, Brandon, like it just felt like there was a very quiet confidence. You guys talked about this stage. We don't view it as that big. We were here last year. This is your first year at the program, but why did it feel? Did it feel that way, and why has that been maybe the DNA of this team, particularly lately?
Yeah, I mean, I think we know that we deserve to be here, and you know we want to show everyone else that we deserve to be here. And then you know, obviously last year being able to lean on the guys that were at LSU is huge, and you know I think that's what's helped the whole team is being able to lean on that experience from everyone else.
How so? What's the conversation like? You know, regarding that coming into this week.
Well, I mean, you just like take Angel for example. You know, I'll talk to him, and you know he's as calm as can be. He's not nervous about anything. So you know, you look at it from my perspective. Why should I be nervous at all?
Hey, talk about the recruiting process a little bit. Coach talked about getting on the phone with several of the junior college and 4-year transfers during the LSU regional. Were you one of those?
Yeah.
No, I actually committed early in November during the fall, so I got to watch all that knowing what I was getting into.
Okay, perfect.
Well, Brandon, I think this is the 3rd out here. Hey, really insightful stuff. Thanks for talking with us here, and great stuff yesterday. You guys got the lead here. Thanks for doing this, and good luck the rest of the weekend.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Outstanding work yesterday.
Little Rock still leads it by 2. Middle of the 4th. We're back after this in Hattiesburg. Okay. Welcome back to the NCAA Baseball Regionals. It's presented by Capital One. Under the lights today in Hattiesburg for this very important Saturday night battle. Winner of this one vaults to the regional final. Take a look at how this chaotic regional has unfolded. The lower seeded teams advanced yesterday, and so this is our battle today. Jacksonville State going to work in the home fourth. Grayson Ash ambushes the first pitch he sees for Brigden Parker. Gamecocks trying to match what this fearless Trojans team has done to this point. They got 2 in the second. They're trying to add to their total here in the fourth.
Yeah, this ball is just sitting in the middle of the plate, driven.
Yep.
It's a changeup at the belt. How many times can I say the off-speed pitch at the belt or above and driven either over the fence or into the gap? There's a premium on low, especially off-speed pitches down in the strike zone on that L. Close to the body and down and away.
Brady Thomas mashed one out of here his first time up. This is a dangerous hitter that Parker's got to be careful with here. It's a left-on-left battle. Thomas, the senior from Brandon, Mississippi. He's back in his home state. Hits it hard, beats the shift. He drills this one into the gap. He's trying to leg out extra bases. The run's going to score easily. Jack State back within 1.
Smoked. Wow.
Thomas making his family proud, by the way.
Oh, yeah. His mom, Sarah Thomas, the first ever female NFL referee.
Yeah, there she is in the house. I mean, long-time NFL official.
What a career. 12th year.
Hey, they want some selfies here. They know who's in the house.
Fantastic. Yes, 108. Her son smoked that ball up the middle for an RBI double.
Taking selfies with mom. They're going to have to do the same with Brady, because he's knocked in a couple of runs today, and he just knocked out Brigden Parker. Little Rock is going to the pen. Avenue coming on in a 1-run game.
Welcome to Squeeze Play. All the highlights, all the big moments.
You got a chance to have some big-time fireworks.
6 to 8 games on the screen at one time.
You're going to be locked in for that.
The season on the line.
Hashtag Squeeze Play. Send us some tweets. Maybe we'll put you on the social wall.
The storybook season will continue.
Check out Squeeze Play anytime throughout the weekend. Our crew's going to take you around to the best live action, and yeah, I think right now this should be part of it. 1-run game. Little Rock, Jacksonville State. Winner advances to the regional final tomorrow. Isaac Avenue is the senior from Eugene, Oregon, who's been one of the go-to arms in big spots for Chris Curry. He's coming out of the pen here with nobody out and a run in the fourth for the Gamecocks.
Yeah, Avenue is a left-hand hitter specialist. That's why he came in the game. Now they're flushing the left-hand hitter out of the game. Richardson will hit because the split is nasty. That is a fantastic pitch that he throws a lot.
Got a really quality power hitter at the plate right now, Sam Richardson. MVP of the Conference USA tournament last week.
It's curveball and split secondary pitches. Favors the split, and it has action like a curveball. Opponent's hitting 205 on the season.
Oh, he rips it, hits it hard, but foul. I mean, that is the perfect illustration of his power. So pregame, during BP Richardson, you see the dent in the letter E? He's responsible for it.
That's a long way away from home plate. The top of the scoreboard.
Could not hold up that time. Evanu said, try this. And he offered at that high heat. 1 out in the 4th.
That ball had a lot of ride and carry at the top of the strike zone, following an off-speed pitch. Tough stuff to hit. Watch his fastball just defy gravity, climb up and in on Richardson.
And Richardson, he knew he just couldn't help himself there. Cooper Blauser fouls that pitch off. So the inning started, Bobby, with a Grayson Ash leadoff single, then Brady Thomas ripped one to the wall. That double brought in Ash, Jacksonville State, which fell behind 4-0 in the first 2 innings. Has got a chance here to tie things up, perhaps with a base hit. Thomas still at second. Runner stays put, the count evens.
Fitzy, Evanu, opponent's hitting 205 on the season. I mean, that's a very low number. In Little Rock, the Pen yesterday, 4 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, 4 Ks. I mean, they came into the game and shut the game down. And we're here already, here in the 4th. Remember, Coach Curry talked about the depth of that pitching staff, recruiting 4 impact arms out of the transfer portal and junior colleges. Really paying off in this tournament. And last week.
They would not be here if not for the unforgettable, just miraculous run through the OVC tournament. Played 7 games in 5 days. Oh, it falls in. Evanu freezes Blauser. Back-to-back punch-outs for this redshirt senior from Oregon.
I want to see this again. If it's a split, no, this is the curveball. And it's a hip curveball, which, I mean, you throw it at Blauser's hip, and it just stays on the black on the inner half.
Evanu, the transfer from Oregon, one of those many first-year arms. Matthew Cash bounces the first pitch foul. Last year at Oregon, he only appeared in 1 game. That was it after he started at a junior college in Tacoma.
He's getting a lot of work for Little Rock. This is his 23rd appearance on the season.
Pitched twice last week in that OVC tournament. 5 total innings, only allowed 1 earned.
A lot of depth on that curveball. And then the devastating split. Cannot say it enough. 205 batting average versus opponent hitters on the season. That is an outstanding number.
He was on the mound to close things out in the OVC title game clincher. Counts now 1-2 strikes to Cash. Cash doubled in a run in the second. time, he doesn't bite. So lays off both of those pitches low.
But everything that Evanu throws has depth. The breaking ball goes down, the split goes down. You have to see him up in the strike zone. That's the approach if you're hitting off Evanu.
He fires, and that's 3 down in the zone. 3 balls, 2 strikes. With the tying run, Thomas still stuck at second.
Well, this is baseball. 2 outs and 2 strikes. Happens a lot. If you're good at it, you got a very, very good chance to win a baseball game. And every pitch you're seeing in this at-bat was an off-speed, either breaking ball or split. Not giving in.
With 2 out, here's the payoff again. That's sprayed foul. So Cash will see the 8th pitch of the at-bat in a few moments.
And another off-speed pitch.
It's early, but this is an important moment. Payoff. That's topped. Out in front of the plate. Hill completes it. Inning over.
What a play. That is a very athletic play by Hill, the catcher for Little Rock. Outstanding. Still 4-3 at the end of 4.
Back in Hattiesburg, it's a 1-run lead for Little Rock. Isaac Evanu came out of the pen there, Bobby, in the home 4th. Closed the door, faced 3 hitters, retired them all when his team needed it.
Yeah, and an outstanding play by Trey Hill. Look at him jump on this baseball, step over it, get it in leather, put his foot in the ground, his right foot, watch it right here, boom! And then make a strong, accurate throw to first base. A lot harder than what it looks like to the viewer at home. Very difficult play.
He did not rip the mask off, too, so he was did that play.
Well, he has the hockey mask, so those stay on pretty well. Don't want to take time to do that, but boy, jumped right out of the chute. Stepped over the ball, put his foot in the ground, and threw a hand cannon to first.
Blake Simpson leads it off for the Trojans now. 1-run lead in the 5th. A rip back up the box. Simpson is white hot at the plate this tournament. He's now 5 for 7 at the plate. He is the ball is jumping off of his bat this weekend.
Boom. That was the definition of TTM, through the middle of the field for sure. And line drive is king. Short swings through the middle of the field. That's what you're looking for. That locks you in. Simpson's hit some balls very hard in this tournament.
49th pitch of the evening for Judd Files since he came out of the bullpen with just 1 out in the first inning. Was that our first TTM of the weekend?
That was our first TTM of the day. Yesterday.
We had one yesterday?
Yeah, I did.
That's 0-2.
My former players from Wake Forest are on this big thread, and they actually have a little like bingo game going when they hear TTM, and it's pretty funny.
But it's the Bobby Miranda bingo card?
Yes.
Yes.
TTM.
Okay.
They play the game while the game's going on. They just occasionally watch us a little bit, and then
game of 2s and 5s. That's another one.
2s and 5s for sure.
That's one of my favorites on the card. TTM, though, as you know, that's my number one.
Through
Nico
the
Bamba
middle.
swings through that one away.
And that was not through the middle right there. That was a breaking ball down and away. And if you watch Nico's chest on this, watch how his chest leaves toward, see it? It's open. The front shoulder's gone. The approach was to the pull side, not TTM or backside. That creates a chase on a pitch off the plate.
Angel Cano, this first baseman, slams one into right, a base hit. That one jumped off the bat. And there's 2 aboard for the Trojans in the 5th.
And the difference between the last strikeout swing and this swing on a breaking ball, look at the chest and how the chest stays on the ball right there versus the chest pointing toward the third base dugout. That allows you to stay on the baseball, inside it, and rocket it to the backside. Just premium right there.
Well, you mentioned it that all of the elite hitters, as you mentioned, it's none of them are trying to pull it. It's through the middle.
The direction,
going
the
the other
energy,
way.
the goal, the target's through the middle or right center, and then you can pull. That allows you to pull a ball in the air with backspin. If the target is pull, now you just have a limited area you can hit the ball, maybe inner half or whatever, and sometimes that doesn't work either because you end up pulling it foul.
Well, Little Rock has squared it up several times in this inning. Ty Rhodes knocked in a run in the first. He also walked in the 3rd. The senior from Jonesboro, Arkansas, slashes it foul. He's got to protect with 2 strikes.
And Rhodes getting down to one knee right there, trying to get beneath that breaking ball. Did it again. Using his lower half to get the barrel below the depth of the breaking ball. Try to get on the same plane with that pitch.
Little Rock threatening again. That's low, and the count evens. Big reason why Jacksonville State is here is due to what Bo Bryans, Billy Wagner Jr. did.
Oh, you love that comp.
On the mound yesterday. We'll talk to him in the home half of the 5th, but what's going to happen here? This is an important moment with Little Rock threatening 1-run game of this crucially important Saturday battle.
It's another breaking ball. 3 of the last 4 pitches have been breaking balls down, and Rhodes is fouling him off to the backside.
Files delivers, swing and a miss, 2 out. That's a pair of strikeouts for Files. So this right-hander, Bobby, he logged 16 innings this year. That's it, coming into the postseason, and he is 1 out away from what would be 4 2/3 really significant innings after Little Rock plated 3 runs in the opening frame against the starter Ryan Garrity.
And that ball had a lot of cut at 90 miles an hour. Too tough to handle on the inner half for Rhodes.
Trey Hill fooled that time. This is the 8-hitter who's hitless today. He's hitless this weekend.
Files can really spin it. It's almost 2,800 RPMs. The average is around 2,500 on a breaking ball. He's well above that.
Hill, he is known as one of the program leaders, a 4-year player. Great veteran presence, great teammate. Two on for him with 2 out in the 5th.
They're trying to throw a lot of spin to Hill, hitting 222 off that breaking ball this season, off any spin.
Here comes the 0-2. That's looped, foul. It's getting out of play.
Conversely, Hill hitting 340 off hard, firm. Soft and down, 077, spin 222. You want to stay down with something soft.
Wave and a miss, it's in the turf. And Ash throws down to complete the strikeout. Judd Files came on in the first inning. He's gone 4 2/3, and he has steadied the ship for the Gamecocks. Which way is Madison? North? 1-run game after Judd Files slammed the door shut in the 5th inning, ended a Little Rock threat. Important game here, and we have got one of the MVPs from Jacksonville State's victory yesterday that put him in this winners game. Bo Bryans, the senior from Madison, Mississippi. What's that, maybe an hour north of where we are here?
Yeah, about an hour and a half.
Yeah, Bo, first off, thanks for doing this. You had some electric swing and miss stuff yesterday. You get the start, postseason, and you struck out 5 over 4 1/3 innings. What the heck worked for you yesterday?
It was all working pretty good after the first. You know, just got to settle in a little bit. Didn't have the changeup, but with the fastball and slider going good, that'll do.
Yeah, and I love your stuff. It's electric.
Well, thank you.
Bo, your fastball is in the top 1% of all left-handers on True Media. Do you realize that?
That's pretty cool. I really don't pay attention to all that,
yeah,
but that's pretty cool.
I mean, it's at 95 miles an hour. That's your average.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yesterday you touched 97 from the left side. Show us your grip. Show us your 4-seam grip. What are you using?
Just 4-seam fastball, no 2 seams. Just let it do what it wants to do. I just rip it. You know, I just look down the middle and throw it as hard as I can.
And are you trying to throw to the top of the strike zone at all? I mean, are you north-south, east-west? Are you trying to go in and out? What are you trying to do?
I'll be honest. I get fastball middle. Pretty much every time. Yeah.
And just let that life take care of itself.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
And then how about your breaking ball? Give us that pitch.
It's a spike. So I hold it like that.
Oh, very unique.
Yep.
Now, what's the arm action on that? What are you trying to do with your fingers and your wrist and stuff like that?
I'm trying to keep my middle finger just like up and towards the catcher the whole way. So
show us out front how you release that pitch.
I don't even know. I just kind of just let it rip.
Let it rip.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Super aggressive. Very, very impressive. I mean, left-handed up to 97 miles an hour yesterday. You don't see that a lot.
Yeah, it's fun.
In college baseball.
We got good coaches here. They know what they're doing. It's fun to work with them.
And so, by the way, your teammate Chaplin here just draws the leadoff walk. Pardon me, Bajet. And so you got the leadoff man on here against Avenue. I mean, when we watched you yesterday, how would you there seemed to be a very quiet confidence maybe. I mean, you did not look like this was a stage that you were new to, so to speak. Did it feel that way? How would you describe it?
It's just my preparation, you know. A lot of trust from the coaches and my teammates, so it's good having them behind my back.
Preparation. It looks like you get in the weight room a little bit. You don't miss any reps in there, do you?
We got a good strength coach. He gets us right.
Well, that's right. I think we were talking with your teammates about him a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
But you talk about the support. You got that immediately yesterday.
Yeah, for sure.
In that big win. So how critical was it that you guys just set the tone as an offense, scoring early and often in that game?
It's big, you know. It makes it easy to pitch. It's like I said after the game, we hit like that, we're not losing to anybody in the country. So gotta keep it rolling.
No doubt. Something else that's a unicorn for you in your mechanics, I want to talk about it. Your extreme release side. You're #1 in the country, and the pitcher you face from Virginia, he's #1 as well.
Zatkowski.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
You guys are 1 and 1A. You're almost 5 feet toward first base when you release the ball from that low 3/4 slot. Why? What? Talk to me about that. Is that something you try to do?
No, it's really not. You know, I've always thrown like that. I've always crossfired, and in JUCO, I kind of had some arm troubles, and I dropped my arm down, and it started feeling a lot better, so I just kind of stuck with it.
So think about this. You're top 1% in velocity with your fastball from the left side, and then you're #1 on your cross throw from the left side in the whole nation. I mean, you're a unicorn.
Yeah,
do you realize that?
It's cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's fun. You know, I couldn't. I don't know. It's fun.
It's really good stuff, I'm telling you.
And Bo, we just showed one of the clips from yesterday. Actually, we had the side-by-side shot of yourself and Zatkowski a couple of times yesterday. Just that extreme arm angle that Bobby's talking about. Hey, so you mentioned your time at the junior college at Jones College previously. You know, you did some great stuff there. Last year you wind up at Alabama, and, you know, what'd you throw, maybe 9 or 10 innings? You were not utilized as much as you were this year. And we talked to Steve Beazer about that. We said, hey, you took a chance on him a little bit. And he goes, we saw him thriving as a starter. What was the conversation like when you went into the portal and recognized, hey, I can really have a big role here at Jack State?
Like I said earlier, it's just a bunch of trails from Coach Bees. You know, like he told me when I was in the portal, like, well, first off, I knew who I was surrounding myself with, a bunch of guys from my JUCO, and just the culture here. It's exactly what I needed.
You got selfless guys like Jackson Pate right there. Moves the runner over.
That's what he does. He's good.
And so, bro, you guys got the tying run here at second base. How would you describe just how this weekend has felt for this program? I mean, here you guys are in this big-time game. You really made a statement yesterday overall against a good ACC team. You know, and now here you guys are 1 win away from a regional final. Take us through, what's the turnaround like? You go back to the hotel, you guys come back today. I mean, how would you describe just kind of the aura, the confidence, how you guys prepare and carry yourselves into a game like this?
We just trusted our process. We worked for it all year. You know, it's like we just trust each other. Like we know someone's going to get it done no matter who it is or what part of the game. So we just play our brand of baseball.
Well, you got to let me do it once. Billy Wagner Jr., by the way, is the nickname we've got for you.
I'll have to go look up Billy Wagner because I really couldn't tell you.
Oh, yeah, you'll see it. Bobby, what you got?
Bo, I will tell you this. I'm going to see you in the big leagues someday, no doubt about it. You just keep working, keep grinding. Good things are going to happen for you, I think, young man.
Yes, sir. Well, I appreciate it.
Great stuff yesterday, and hey, good luck. You guys got a big one here these last few innings, so good luck. Thanks for taking a moment to do this on the big stage.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Bo Bryans, Brandon, Mississippi's finest. And so his team, by the way, has got the tying run at second base. Caleb Johnson, this is the hot bat you want up in this moment. Great access, by the way, that Bo provided us there. Going through the grips. I mean, Bobby, you see that upside, yeah? With the type of stuff
and I like
has.
how simple he is. He just grips it and rips it. Middle, let that life work. The breaking ball, always threw across his body like that, with that extreme side angle. It's a natural talent, and he works his butt off. He's got the right strength coach, the right pitching coach. He's in a good system right now. It's a bright future for Bo Bryans.
Well, his counterpart here for Little Rock, Evanu, He's trying to find the zone. He's got one out. Gamecocks got the tying run in scoring position, and he's missed a couple of times badly here to Johnson. Count is full. This critically important Saturday battle. One of these two teams is going to have the upper hand in the regional final tomorrow. 3-2, cut and missed. And so Avenue digs deep and beats Johnson, 2 out.
And you see that cut action right here on the fastball. A lot of cut up and in. And Johnson chases out of the zone.
Trey King, number 3 hitter. He has been an effective catalyst. The middle of the order for Jack State. Bounced into that 4-6-3 double play in the 3rd. It was a hard hit ball. Outside of that, he walked in the 1st. You've got Majette bouncing off of 2nd. That's at the knees for a strike.
Think about who he's having to go through in this lineup. Johnson and King, 2- and 3-hole hitters for Jack State.
That's slash but foul.
Johnson hitting .328 with runners in scoring position. King hitting .409 with runners in scoring position. To get out of this jam with a runner on 2nd in a 1-run game, it's going to be difficult.
Important pitch coming up. Two, and the count runs full. So it's consecutive 3-ball counts. Avenue just challenged Johnson up in the zone on the prior strikeout. Here it comes. This time King lays off, and you got 2 on.
That was a 3-ball count. It really might be an like a quality walk there, believe it or not, with the base open. Wanting to redo start 0-0 on the next hitter, Ash.
So now it's right on right.
But a quality hitter here, Ash hitting .322 versus right-handed pitchers this season. And in the last 2 weeks, Fitzy, Ash hitting .422. With a 1.077 OPS. He has been on fire. We say that a lot about the Jackson State hitters.
Well, we got a quick moment. Visit NCAA.com for all the information you need for this NCAA Regionals weekend. The field will be whittled down from 64 to 48. Well, or roughly that, weather permitting. Got a couple of games across the nation that have already been postponed to tomorrow. And a 1 pitch is waved at and missed. Now the count's 0-2. Southern Miss, the national seed, went home earlier today at this Hattiesburg Regional. A surprising 2-and-out scenario for USM. Winner of this one goes to the regional final. Oh, it's in there, called 3rd strike. Avenue strikes out a pair and strands the tying run in scoring position.
Just goes right at Ash with an 0-2 count. Right down the middle with this breaking ball. And Ash is shocked that he went 3 straight pitches for the out. 1-run game here.
on the real fun. Just getting started.
Run straight for the breakaway.
The celebration is on.
Who's going to hoist that trophy in Omaha? All signs point to that magical place every June. We crown a champion. 9-1-2 due up for Little Rock. Oh, fair is the signal. Cooper Chaplin pulls the first Judd Files pitch down the line. And Little Rock's got extra bases. That one looked like it was right on the chalk. Steve Beezer coming to talk to the home plate umpire.
Yeah, this is just inside the line. Off-speed pitch. And an easy double for Little Rock. And more importantly, turns the lineup over for the Trojans. Coach Beezer thinking that ball was foul.
It was very close. This one bounces, yeah, maybe right over the bag, Bobby.
Yes.
Mike Fitcher, excuse me, the first base umpire, all over it. That one runs in. Now you got the first two aboard. Lopez is on. These Trojans, here they go again.
And Jordy Lopez is always in the middle of it. Defensively at shortstop, offensively leading off for the Trojans. Takes the HBP, just rolls and gladly goes to first base.
They just have a knack for playing courageous baseball on this stage. A 4 seed for a second straight year. Last year, they pushed the eventual national champs to a 7th game in the Baton Rouge Regional a year ago. This year, they're 1 win away from going back to a regional final, but they would do it in style, perhaps, winning the first 2. Beezer's going to the bullpen, and Maddox McDougal is going to pitch for his 2nd straight day. You are watching the NCAA Baseball Regionals. It's presented by Capital One in Hattiesburg. What a wild weekend it's been. We have had thrilling, competitive, high-scoring, back-and-forth games. Little Rock and Jacksonville State in a 1-run game in this Saturday night battle to determine who's going to the regional final. Take a look at the bottom left corner. In this double elimination weekend, Southern Miss, the national seed. 2 games, 2 losses, they're gone. Sensing just how important this moment is at the top of the 6th, Jack State goes to the bullpen. Bobby, they're calling on Maddox McDougal again, pitching for his 2nd straight day, the sophomore from Florida.
Yeah, back-to-back days, and here's why. Opponent's hitting 222 off his stuff. Has a really good slider and changeup, up to 93 miles per hour. Look for the changeup. Opponent's hitting 100 on that pitch this season.
Jeez. He got credit for the win yesterday. Went an inning and 2/3. Now he wound up giving a couple of runs up. Threw 42 pitches, struck out 3. Cade Smith started to square.
Little Rock trying to get 2 men in scoring position. Create some tack-on runs for themselves. Up 1 run here in the top of the 6th. They'd like to go up 3.
They jumped out quickly, scored 3 in the first, had a 4-0 lead at one point. Smith down the third base line. McDougal, a strike to first.
Textbook sacrifice bunt. I mean, off the end of the bat, kill it off the cap. This is beautiful. Look at that. Barrel above the ball goes down. I mean, it's a clinic.
These two teams in particular now
well coached.
15 innings of baseball. They have played, generally speaking, mistake-free ball. Nolan Friend, first pitch swinging, fouls it back. Bobby, both these, they just executed.
Yeah, it's fun to watch because there's a variety of stuff that they do well. They play the small game well. They hit for power. They run the bases. It's really fun to watch.
Friend reaches for it. The shortstop thought about coming home. Instead, Johnson gets the out. It's 5-3 Little Rock. Friend knocks in another run.
This is what we call a contact down play. You preset this, even though the infield's in. Watch how Blauser has to move. Johnson moves to his glove side just enough. And he has no shot because immediately the runner at third base is breaking on the ball down off the bat.
Blake Simpson 2 for 3 today. Knocked in a run in the first. Hit that massive homer in the 9th inning yesterday against Southern Miss.
You know, a lot of people are afraid to put a contact down play like that. That's a high level again. Coach Curry knows if you move a little bit right and a little bit left with a good runner like Jerdy Lopez, you're going to score. If the ball's hit right at him, maybe not. But otherwise, a couple feet to the right, a couple feet to the left, and no shot to throw him out at the plate.
Bobby, Little Rock is the 4 seed in this regional. I mean, they right now in the 6th inning have a late lead. They have the upper hand right now, trying to become another 4 seed to go 2-0 to start a regional. That has rarely happened over the years. Simpson lifts it, fading into left, a dive, that one's down. Simpson's on this horse now. Run is in, Simpson's going to third. RBI triple at 6-3. He has done it all this weekend in Hattiesburg.
And I like the effort by Majette on the dive here with 2 outs, trying to take away the hit. Just didn't quite get there. You got a man in scoring position trying to prevent the run. I love the effort. Just came up short.
Bobby Simpson is 6 for 8 at the plate this weekend.
Is that good? Wow.
He's driven in 4 runs. Bomb ball takes that one down in the turf.
I mean, I don't know if you understand how great that is. 6 for 8, and he's facing very high level arms.
And this is on the big stage.
Very high level arms.
Postseason baseball.
First triple ever in a 4-year career.
Simpson's from Toronto, started at a junior college in Oklahoma. He was great there and transferred to Missouri. Didn't play last season, redshirted. One of so many of those former JUCO guys have a little bit of a chip on their shoulder, perhaps, that are in this Little Rock order. Bomb ball bounces it to the right side. Inning is over. The 4-seed Trojans had their lead. They're back up by 3. They've played fearless baseball this weekend in Hattiesburg. Wow. The Trojans build upon their lead. 6-3 is the advantage for the 4-seed in the Hattiesburg Regional. They're feeling it. Gage Haley replaces Isaac Evanue, who tossed 2 scoreless innings. Evanue was very good. Haley, here are the numbers.
And Little Rock's depth showing up in this tournament. Haley, one of their dudes, 24 appearances on the season. Throws it in there. Really good splitty. Another left-handed specialist.
By the way, Brady Thomas, by the way, stepped out of the box that time. And the pitch came in. Now it missed, but he's got to get ready to go.
I think it was a recorded pitch.
And that one counts. It's now 2-0.
Yeah, really good arm here. Look for the split.
Haley's falling behind a really good hitter in Thomas.
Yeah, he wants to get ahead so he can get to that split. Opponent's hitting under 100 on the season versus that pitch.
It's a 4-pitch walk. Jacksonville State's got the leadoff man on.
You can't defend that walk. Big inning potential right now for Jack State. Leadoff hitter on. Reminder, there's only 3 plays in baseball you cannot defend, Fitzy. A walk, an HBP, and a home run. There's no one behind the fence to get an out.
Sam Richardson. He struck out twice today. Takes that breaking ball in.
See, I like that. They call a breaking ball. His fastball was spraying all over the place. Get a little better feel with a different grip.
Haley threw 32 pitches yesterday. And that victory over Southern Miss, 2 scoreless frames. Didn't allow a hit, walked 1.
A little bit wild with his fastball so far in this outing.
Foul tipped into the mitt. So he's got 2 strikes on Richardson. 2 hits yesterday for this really talented slugger from Olive Branch, Mississippi. Last year was at Texas. Transferred to Jack State ahead of this season. MVP of their conference tournament last week. Waves and misses. Haley beats him there, 1 out.
That's a nasty slider. 79 miles an hour. Watch the spin on this breaking ball. Good depth in the middle of the strike zone. Almost 17 inches of horizontal break on that pitch.
It's been a remarkable couple of days here. The 4 seed Little Rock leads by 3 in this crucially important Saturday battle. Remember, double elimination format in the regional round. You can take 1 loss, but not a second. It is vital to get to the regional final unscathed. Go 2-0, unblemished. It would mean somebody has got to beat you twice on Sunday evening and then come back on Monday in order to earn that right to advance to the Supers. So Hill wants to talk things over with Haley. And it is a it is a hot, humid southern Mississippi sort of a evening.
Lathered
all
up,
day, by the way.
Lathered up a little bit right there. Haley's a big dude, big presence on the mound. Really good stuff.
I think those hats are a different shade of maroon at this point. They've all just about been sweat through. Stakes are getting higher as well as this night unfolds.
That's probably the best fastball Haley's thrown this inning. Been spraying it a little bit. Now he's a chance to get back to that power slider. Probably see it right here.
2-1 coming to Blauser. Tags it in the air. This is medium center for Smith. 2 gone.
Then it was the breaking ball. That's what that fastball in the zone will do for you. Then you can change speeds and direction with the breaking ball off of it.
Matthew Cash is the lefty hitter in the 8-hole. That falls in for a strike. Haley trying to toss a 0 up there in the 6th inning and follow up what Isaac Evenue did in the prior 2 innings. The deep and pretty skilled Little Rock pitching staff. It was hands down the most effective in the OVC this year. They leaned heavily on their arms out of the bullpen yesterday, and so far so good today. The 7-4 win yesterday against Southern Miss meant it's back-to-back regionals for Little Rock, where they hand the national seed a loss. Last year it was LSU and Baton Rouge. This year they sent Southern Miss to the elimination game. Oh, Eagles got eliminated earlier today against Virginia. And can you imagine a story like this one? A 4 seed like Little Rock. 2-1 is in the air. This one's hit deep. Enough room for Simpson. Inning is over. Little Rock by 3 with 6 in the books in Hattiesburg. Just gonna get through squeeze. Scan that QR code. It'll take you to Squeeze Play live, site-to-site coverage, all 16 regionals. And I think this one is going to get some attention, no doubt about it. The 4 seed in the Hattiesburg Regional, the Little Rock Trojans, last week made that remarkable run through the OVC tournament. Punched their ticket to this NCAA tournament since '99. Only 11 4 seeds have started 2-0. That's it. So, Bobby, that's you want to do the math on this one? 416 opportunities for 4 seeds. Only 11 have done it. It's a small percentage.
That's a very, very unique number.
We start the 7th with the Trojans in front. Angel Cano leads off. What has stood out about how Little Rock has played 15 innings of baseball to this point? What stood out to you about Little Rock?
Well, Little Rock, I'm just so impressed with their poise, their confidence, the way they carry themselves. Their body language is just kind of oozes out of their pores that, hey, we belong here. We're going to play our style of game. You can see them going on and off the field. I just love their body language. Their chest is out. They play hard. They execute the system that Coach Curry wants done, and I'm just extremely, extremely impressed.
Strike 3. Cano retired by McDougal. First full inning of work for Maddox McDougal.
And you remember, Fitzy, all they needed was a chip and a chair. Get them a chip and a chair, and they'll make those chips grow from there.
That is Chris Curry's mantra. It's a fun one. Listen, let us sit there. Give us a chair at the poker table. All we need is one chip. We'll turn it into something. So, to simplify, all we need is a small chance. We can make something happen. Ty Rhodes up for a 4th time today. Hits it on the barrel. That is down. It's going to one-hop the fence. Rhodes on his way to second. 1-out double for the senior.
And they keep coming at you. Attack mode after attack mode. This is a breaking ball that Rhodes turns on to the pull side. These Little Rock hitters just can't get a clean inning. 1, 2, 3. It's very difficult.
Trey Hill up for the 4th time today. Struck out twice, also walked. I think a lot of these Trojans, sometimes teams take on the personality of their coaches. And no one would accuse Curry of not having a belief or conviction in his way of doing things.
Strong belief in his players. Why wouldn't he? And I'll tell you what, he played at a high level.
Yep.
A high level. We talked about his junior college coach, Scott Berry, the legendary Southern Miss coach. And then he played for Ron Polk, one of the greatest of all time at Mississippi State. And then Pat McMahon, one of the greatest of all time in the game of baseball.
Hill goes down on strikes. There's 2 out. Chaplin to hit next. Curry is a Central Arkansas man through and through. Grew up in Conway, which is just a little north of Little Rock. He talked about his playing career. He was a head coach at Meridian Community College, then an assistant at Northwestern State, and then ahead of that 2015 season, the head job at Little Rock opens up. And he said, what an opportunity I've got here to turn my hometown team, so to speak. Little Rock's a place where he was born. From a middling program into a winner.
No question.
And that's what they have been these last couple of years. They have really excelled in the OVC the last few seasons.
No doubt.
Won the regular season title a couple of years ago, and the last 2 seasons they won the OVC tournament crown to punch their ticket to the NCAA tournament. That's topped foul. This is a program that just continues to move in the right direction. Last year they were very close. Bobby, they are 9 outs away here from heading to the regional final and having the upper hand on whoever they face. That's foul, wide of the bag.
And remember, the strength of this current 2026 team is their pitching depth due to their recruiting in the transfer portal and at the junior college level. They have way more pitching than they did last year when they took the national champion LSU Tigers to the brink. They had to get beat twice in Baton Rouge.
They might be doing it all over again here in Hattiesburg. McDougal fires. It's a little low and away. And if you're Jacksonville State, a lot of baseball left. But they are on the wrong end of that score, down 3. After their very impressive victory over Virginia yesterday, where they just overwhelmed the Cavs. That's ball 4, so 2 are aboard. Speaking of that, remember Virginia will play the loser of this game.
That's correct.
And that's going to be tomorrow afternoon. It'll be the first of our 2 Sunday games. So those Cavaliers are waiting. Who are they going to face?
What a baseball game that was this afternoon between Southern Miss and the Who's from Charlottesville, Virginia. I mean, that was a wild one.
I think definitely in the running for maybe the most thrilling or just bonkers sort of game 2 days into this tournament across the nation. It's up there.
Well, we asked A.J. Gracia, one of the stars in college baseball, potential first round, hey, is this one of the greatest games you've ever played in since Little League? And he said, yes, sir, on his interview.
Beezer's going to the bullpen. A pitching change with 2 gone in the 7th. There's 2 Trojans on the base paths. Welcome back to the NCAA Baseball Regionals presented by Capital One. Where'd it go? There it is, our full moon. Under this full moon here in Hattiesburg, we've seen some strange things, Bobby. A national seed eliminated is a 4 seed. Going to go to the regional final unscathed. Jacksonville State's got to go to the bullpen here in the 7th with 2 out. Jackson sleeper is on with 2 runners on the base paths.
This game is no sleeper, I'll tell you that. It's a good one. The Jackson sleeper again. Coach Beezer going to one of his top arms. 25 appearances on the season, up to 92, a good mix Fastball, slider, curveball, guys. You're going to see a lot of spin. See a fastball with power, life. That 3/4 arm slot. Opponents hitting only 184 on the season versus sleeper stuff.
That is lethal. First things first, he's got to get an important out. Trying to put himself in the zone against leadoff hitter Jordy Lopez. Puts it in there for a strike.
And look who's up again. Leadoff hitter Jordy Lopez, just like you said. But it just seems like he's up all the time. He's in the middle of everything for Little Rock.
Bounces that one over to his counterpart, flipped to second for the final out. So the Gamecocks get out of it. It's a 3-run game. We'll stretch, and then the Gamecocks will hit. Yesterday, everybody realized for the Trojans at Little Rock, they're back. This regional round, they pushed the eventual national champs to a Game 7 last year in the Baton Rouge Regional, and yesterday they handed the national seed a loss. How about the reactions, the emotions, and the fire from the Trojans after that 7-4 come from behind win. They go into the 9th inning down a run. They score 4 runs. Tag Andrews shuts it down in the home 9th. And here they are. A day later, Bobby, they've got a 3-run lead in the bottom of the 7th. And they are 9 outs away from heading to the regional final unscathed. Not many 4 seeds in 27 years of this NCAA tournament format have started 2-0. Is Little Rock gonna be the next?
Still a long way to go in this one. Jack State knows how to play the game. They have an excellent offense. 3 runs. A small deficit for a 47-win team. Gonna be a good one here in the last 9 hours.
Buckle up. Luke Williams is at the plate. It's his first plate appearance after he replaced Trey Majette. Gage Haley tossed a scoreless 6th inning. Looks pretty good in doing so.
Oh, yeah.
Big right-hander, fires a little low, and so he loses Williams. There's a lead-off walk, a perfectly timed one.
Those lead-off walks usually lead to runs, and usually crooked numbers on the scoreboard. Very difficult to defend a leadoff walk. Actually, impossible. More importantly, the lineup's turned over, Fitzy.
This is the leadoff hitter, Jackson Pate. Well, so far, the top four in the order today for Jacksonville State, they're 1 for 9 at the plate. That's it. After yesterday's really impressive showing against Virginia. All four of these 1 through 4 hitters in the order had multi-hit games, save for Grayson Ash. Combined yesterday, Pate, Johnson, King, and Ash. 8 hits between them. That carves down and in. Hill's going to go talk to Haley. Haley's ready to go. 2-1 to Pate. That's foul.
A good fastball right down the middle. Pate beat in an advantage count, 2-1. Watch Pate set up. He always looks in the dugout, then out to the pitcher late. Some type of routine gets him ready to go. Does it every single at bat. Looks toward the dugout. Back to the catcher and the umpire, then toward the dugout, then out to the pitcher. It's the same exact routine every single at bat.
Runners on the move. Swing and a miss. The bat goes flying. The throw to second is late.
That bat went flying toward the Little Rock dugout. Watch this right here. And it's gone.
Now, the only good news was,
watch him throw it back right here. Just, yeah, here, take that back.
only good news for Jack State was the runner was safe at second. That's a pop-up. 2 away. Johnson's retired.
It almost feels like a golden opportunity right there, potentially going to the wayside. A stolen base, man in scoring position.
And Johnson attacked the first pitch. Nothing doing though for him. Trey King. The bat is passed to the 3-hitter. That's in, strike 1.
And it feels like Jack State needs something there. Just get a run, cut into that lead by Little Rock. This is the guy to do it, hitting over 400 on the season with runners in scoring position.
It's 0-2.
And that's a split right there. That ball had a lot of action down. That's a really good split change. See him throwing it again.
Haley deals. This time it's to the turf.
And he did. Good discipline, no chase right there by Trey King.
That one is pulled through the right side, a base hit. Williams comes home, he scores, and King comes through with an important two-out run-scoring single.
And he's done this a lot throughout the season. 409 with runners in scoring position. That's his batting average. And guess what? With 2 strikes, hitting over 400 with runners in scoring position this season. Trey King, there's a reason he's in the 3-hole.
This junior from outside of Atlanta, he has flourished in his first season here with Jack State. And the all-conference right fielder brings home a vitally important run for the team that's now back within 2. Grayson Ash lifts it, hits it deep out to left center, but there is enough yard. Oh, Jack State does get one back. It's a 6-4 game after 8. Winner to the regional final tomorrow. Capital One rewarding performance. Blake Simpson has driven in 2 runs today. He's got 3 hits. Had this impressive RBI triple there after Williams couldn't make the catch and left. The 4th-seeded Trojans are on the verge of becoming the next 4 seed to start a regional 2-0. It has rarely happened since 1999. That said, the last couple of years, it's happened every once in a while. And Little Rock is 6 outs away from becoming the next to do it. 82% of regional winners, that's the team that advances to the Supers, started 2-0. Trojans back at the plate. Cade Smith charges this one out to deep center. Oh, it's over Pate's head. He was backpedaling like he had it lined up all the way, and then he had to leap. Smith is aboard. How you like me now? They're trying to add some insurance.
Ball's barreled. And Pate just misreads it. He drifts on this ball, and it burns him. Tremendous backspin by Cade Smith, that short, compact swing that he possesses. And it's like a 2-iron to center field. Ball just took off.
The ball has really jumped off the bats this weekend. Nolan Friend is the 3-hitter. He's knocked in 2 runs today. He's got a couple of hits. Little Rock scored first. A 3-spot, Bobby, in the opening inning to set the tone and continue to say, hey, we are here to stay in Hattiesburg. Soon afterward, they stretched that lead to 4-0 before Jacksonville State got on the board. Gamecocks cut it back to a 1-run game in the 4th. But then Little Rock extended the lead in the 6th with 2 more, and they're trying to build upon this 2-run edge perhaps here in the 8th inning.
Yes, and here we go again. Runner in scoring position.
This one's pounded through the right side, a base hit. King has got to come up throwing. Stop sign at third. And a strike from King to the plate. It's a wise decision there from Matt Parker.
We've seen some
third base coach.
Fitzy, we've seen some great arms in the outfield.
We've seen some
bazooka hand cannons. And there's another one right there.
It's a 3-hit day, by the way, for Friend.
Yes. To the backside on top. We call this graduating to the backside. That's high-level hitting. Man on second, trying to move the runner, get on top, move him, and get a base hit. Now you're first and third with nobody out.
And look who's coming to the plate. We just showed you his rewarding performance to this point. Blake Simpson is 6 for 8 at the plate in these 2 games.
And he likes to go early. Why do we call that graduation to the backside?
Let me think about this one for a moment. Should I know this one? Should this be more top of mind for me?
It's pretty.
Talk to me.
It's elementary to hit a fly ball to the right side. When you get on top to the backside, you've graduated to the next level.
That's a good one.
It really is. Very, very high level hitting, and he knew what he was doing. He was locked into the backside, wanting to move the runner, and got a base hit, got rewarded by the baseball gods.
What's the MBA in this scenario? What's the master's degree? Just going yard?
Well, we're talking a PhD right now in baseball. PhD.
Well, Blake Simpson has been Dr. Simpson this weekend. Red hot bat. Runners at the corners. Bounces, it's blocked. And Friend moves up to second. A base hit could maybe plate 2.
An immediate, no hesitation on the BID, ball and dirt. Friend moving up into scoring position. 2 now in scoring position. And Fitzy, the infield is in.
Parker's going to have a quick word with Simpson.
I like
He's got a favorable count, yep.
I like this. Just make sure, do not assume what the approach is here with the infield in. 2 men on, second and third scoring position. What do you want to do? You want to try to stay through the middle of the field, think left center gap, keep the ball off the ground. When you go backside through the middle, you have a good chance to stay inside, keep the ball in the air. When you pull, get around the baseball, it's on the ground.
This dynamic hitter from Toronto has been electric this weekend. Everybody's on the grass now. 2-0, that is topped. Runner freezes at third, and the flip to first. There's the out.
And that's exactly what you don't want to do. It's a breaking ball down in the strike zone, and it's pulled and rolled over softly, and there's no advancement with the base runners. With nobody out, plenty of outs to work with, only 1 out in the inning. You got to see something up in the strike zone.
The Trojans are trying to respond after Jacksonville State scored one in the home 7th. Nico Bombaugh is going to wait. Steve Beezer walking out to the mound. Pitching change with 1 out in the 8th. The stakes are getting higher in this crucially important Saturday night battle in Hattiesburg. The winner of this one goes to the regional final. And with his team at a 2-run hole, he's going to make a change.
Exclusively on ESPN, 40-plus NCAA championships. Confetti rains. Nets are cut. Joy erupts. Hardware is hoisted. History happens here on ESPN, home of NCAA championships.
Jacksonville State goes back to the bullpen. And in a very important moment, top of the 8th, 2 runners in scoring position and 1 out. Skylar Hutto pitching for a second straight day. This junior from Trinity, Alabama, is one of the dependable arms out of the pen for Beezer.
And Skylar Hutto finished the game yesterday. Closed the game out against the Cavaliers. Threw 1 1/3, 30 pitches. Had 2 walks in that contest. One of the top arms for Coach Beezer. This has a whip under 1. Not allowing a lot of traffic this season at all. Opponent's hitting 157 against his stuff.
Swing, a bomb ball. Bangs it down the line. Extra bases. 2 are coming home. Little Rock, relentless. 4 seed, forget about it. They're up 4 in the 8th.
Wow. Bomb ball did not waste any time. Hit this breaking ball down in the strike zone and stays through it. Hits it out front, gets beneath it. It's off the ground and smoked down the line, just fair. A huge, huge knock for Little Rock.
Is there a play here for the catcher? Ash runs that one down. That's the second out. Cano is retired.
Fitzy.
That's a big second out there, but Little Rock now back in front by 4 for a second time today.
That is a huge, huge knock by the 7-year senior. 7th-year senior.
Learned he had 1 more year of eligibility. Coach Curry goes, heck, when I first reached out to him, I wanted to give him a player development job.
Correct.
We found a way to get him 1 more year of eligibility. In this era, why not? Give it a try. This one's hit hard off of Rhodes' bat. Playable for Pate, inning over. The 4-seed Trojans, 6 outs away. They get a 4-run lead now. These Little Rock Trojans, to even get to this stage, had to go on a miraculous run of the OVC tournament last week. 7 games in 5 days. They won 5 straight elimination games. And here they are, after handing the national seed a loss yesterday. They're 6 outs away from advancing to the regional final and becoming one of rare company in terms of 4 seeds to start a regional 2-0. These unflappable, measured, poised, confident Trojans have played clean baseball. Bobby, they just scored 2 in the top half of the 8th. Brady Thomas leads off for Jack State in the home half.
The one word that he used in all those adjectives, poised. Very, very poised club.
Gage Haley back on the mound. He's given up 1 run in the 2 innings, but he has had some command on the bump for Little Rock.
That's tight.
Half of this roster was on this stage a year ago in Baton Rouge. Counts 2-2. Little Rock, after losing their opening game last year, played their way all the way back to the regional final on Sunday night in Baton Rouge, handed the eventual national champs a loss. Wave and a miss. We got 1 out here in the 8th inning. Last season, they ultimately lost in that 7th game to LSU and bowed out. This year, things are a little different on this stage for the 4 seed.
Here's that split change. Here's that split change right here. Fitzy, it's real. It's a good pitch. I like the metrics on that pitch up here in the booth watching on TrackMan.
It's the first time Thomas has been retired. Sam Richardson 0 for 3 today. That struck foul. Three strikeouts today for Richardson after a couple of hits in Jack State's impressive win yesterday against Virginia. They have only 5 outs to work with here.
You see, with that quality off-speed stuff, Haley's fastball plays up. It's 90 on the gun, but it plays up to 94, 95. That's what the look feels like because of that great changeup and slider.
That's topped. Richardson might be able to leg this out. Got to charge hard. The throw from Friend is late. They've got a base runner.
Yep. That's all you need with 1 out. It's just a little dink somewhere in the field. That can get a rally started. Jack State desperately needing a big inning. 3 runs or more to get back in this thing. That's another quality breaking ball by Haley down in the strike zone. I like his breaking ball. I like his changeup. And he has that ride fastball up in the strike zone.
Ace Williamson's going to pinch run.
He had 13 stolen bases on the season. He's 13 in limited play. 111 at-bats.
That falls in for a strike.
When you're filling it up with that slider and changeup, boy, it's difficult for the hitter to focus on one pitch. There's 3 there, fastball, slider, and change for strikes.
This one is clobbered, deep to left. It's going back, near the wall, a reach, and it's off the fence. Williamson chugging for third. Little Rock plays it back in. It's a double. Blauser playing wall ball.
And this slider hung a little bit. You'll see it in the middle of the zone. See, I had that little hump, and it's above the belt. Much easier for Blauser to get to it. A near catch in the outfield. Boy, barely. Kind of got turned around a little bit. Cade Smith. Just excuse me.
Oh, that was Smith. Smith moved over to left field.
Okay,
yes,
good.
To start this this 8th inning.
A little bit of a tough route right there. That ball was hit on a line right at him. Those are the toughest ones to make. You can watch his route. Kind of gets turned around a little bit, has to re-gauge the ball. And then when you take those back steps like that, it's hard.
Man, Bobby, that was 2 feet from leaving the yard.
Yes. Those are the hardest ones when they hit right at you. You don't know whether to go drop step right or drop step left. He went right and then had to adjust to his left. Took his eye off the ball for a second, it cost him.
2 in scoring position, 1 out in the 8th. Matthew Cash doubled in a run earlier. Takes a strike at the knees.
Fitzy, think about how many balls have been hit off the top of the wall here, left, center, right, that have just barely either been caught or hit off the wall and bounce and ricochet back into play. We even had a ball yesterday that was caught and then brought back onto the playing surface.
The balls that they have jumped off the barrels the last couple of days.
But I mean, there's several balls that have been a couple feet, or 6 inches from going out of here.
Yep. Haley deals, spots another fastball there on the outside corner. Little Rock, one of the many 4 seeds that have made some noise this weekend across the country. That's up the first base line, but foul. For the Gamecocks, the goal is simple in the 8th inning. Get these runs home and chip away at the deficit. The winner has the upper hand tomorrow in the regional final. One-two on the way. That one is hammered right to short. Lopez, a strike to first. He's safe. And the run scores. How close was this?
This ball was smoked. Smoked at Jordy Lopez. Watch him go back on the ball. He was kind of caught in between hops. Tried to get a better hop and then lost his footing. By that time, it's too late. Probably want to go forward on that, but he did keep it in the infield. They only allow 1 run on the play.
And so that foot got down just a half a second before the baseball hit the back of the mitt.
It was a banger, for sure. But Lopez backing up on that baseball just cost him in that situation.
And that slight slip on the turf.
Yes. Couldn't quite get his foot in the ground to make a strong throw immediately.
Now that added half a second that he didn't have right there.
For sure.
Luke Williams has got a favorable 2-0 count coming his way. Takes that one for a strike. Two teams battling hard in Hattiesburg. 3-1 from Haley. Missed. Ball 4. And the tying run is on base. That is 4 straight that have reached against Haley. What's Chris Curry gonna do?
Looks like Haley's starting to labor a little bit. Pitch count getting up there at 56. And Coach Curry's gonna make the move to the bullpen.
He's calling upon Tag Andrews, the man who closed out that win yesterday against Southern Miss. Haley is out, Andrews on. Tying run is aboard for Jack State. Bobby, here is Tag Andrews, this redshirt freshman from Arkansas. And he has been their lockdown reliever for most of this season. Through 2 strong innings yesterday in the win against the national seed. Here he is with the bases loaded. Jack State's got the tying run aboard.
Really attacks hitters with that plus slider. Throws it a lot. It's hitting 250 off that pitch. Overall, under 200 at 197. I mean, how many times have I said that with bullpen guys coming into these games throughout the weekend and opponents hitting under 200 off these arms? That tells you the whole story why these teams are in this tournament.
And particularly for Little Rock, the strongest pitching staff in the OVC. Are they going to stand tall right here? Jackson Pates, the leadoff hitter. Attacks the first pitch, yanks it foul. So Gage Haley retired the first batter to start this inning. But then Richardson singled, Blauser doubled, and Matthew Cash then laced a base hit that knocked in a run. And after the Williams walk, Curry made the change. So the bases are full for the Conference USA champs. Late night in Hattiesburg. It's been some excellent baseball today. This one is drilled deep out to the left center field gap. Long run, and O'Brien's got it. The runner will tag and score. It's back to a 2-run game.
And Little Rock will happily trade the out for the run right there. No problem. In your mind right now, in Coach Curry's mind, you're thinking just cut your losses. Just cut your losses. You're counting outs. Get to the 9th with a lead. Used to always say that, hey, just get me to the 9th with the lead. Get me to the 9th with the lead. I don't care what it is, 1, 2, doesn't matter. And we'll take care of business.
Caleb Johnson, really talented bat at the top of this Jacksonville State order. He's the senior from Phoenix City, Alabama, now a 2-time All-Conference selection. 4-year starter He has been a staple in this order for years. He's behind in the count, 0-2.
40 runs scored today already in these 2 baseball games. Wow.
And they both come down to the wire.
Yes.
0-2. Little tight. Swing and a miss, inning over. Andrews retires the side. Jacksonville State gets 2, and it's back to a 2-run game. But the 4th-seeded Trojans are going to the 9th with a lead.
This is a ride fastball up in the strike zone. Big pitch right there for Little Rock. Still up 2 here in the 9th.
Welcome back to the NCAA Baseball Regionals presented by Capital One.
What?
Somebody take a screenshot of that. Where's hello, no context baseball. Bobby, let's get serious here. 9th inning. The 4-seed in the Hattiesburg Regional has got a 2-run edge in the final inning of regulation. Skylar Hutto faces Trey Hill to get things started. It has rarely happened since 1999 when we went to this format that a 4-seed would start 2-0 and be in the driver's seat in a regional final. It has rarely happened.
Hard to do. I mean, it's hard enough to do for a 1-seed to be 2-0.
But here is Little Rock. 3 outs away. 1 away for Hutto in the 9th. He needs a 0. Jacksonville State, they just displayed a whole lot of resiliency because they scored 2 in the bottom of the 8th inning to get this back to a 2-run game. So you think about it, if you can get to the 9th down 2, it's much more manageable than 4. How would you describe what you have seen from these 4th-seeded Trojans the last couple of days?
I mean, they're just very solid on both sides of the ball.
This one is mashed off of Chaplin's bat. Near the wall, a reach. Oh, what a catch! Williams goes barging right into the left field wall. A brilliant effort for the 2nd out.
Williams with a tremendous jump on this ball. And just no fear for the wall. Check out the toughness here. Bangs in and holds onto it. Pitcher Hutto really appreciated that one.
He says, what an effort. That is the catch of the week so far. Could put the Sports Center Top 10 hashtag on that one.
It was the run to get to the ball and then no fear with the wall as he crashed into it.
This is the leadoff man, Lopez. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Hutto. Little Rock is 3 outs away as a 4 seed here of advancing to the regional final. Little Rock, the 4 seed in Hattiesburg, 3 outs away from heading to a regional final and with the upper hand. Since we went to this format in 1999, only 11 times has a 4 seed started 2-0 at a regional. Tag Andrews on the mound trying to make that happen again here as this magical postseason run continues for Little Rock. Trey King is the leadoff hitter. 3, 4, and 5 at the plate for Jack State, their last chance.
And that'd be back-to-back nights for Tag Andrews, closing it out if he were to do so tonight against Jack State.
He's got to find the zone against King.
Got to throw it in there. That leadoff out is so important. The Gamecocks run a really nice offense with a leadoff guy on.
It's a 4-pitch walk. If you're Jacksonville State, it's all you can hope for there. Get the leadoff runner on in the bottom of the 9th.
And remember, Jacksonville State, 47 wins on the season. They are used to winning baseball games. Swept the regular season and the tournament in Conference USA.
Grayson Ash takes that for a strike.
He's like, yes, I'll give that to you. It's a really good slider at 83 miles an hour, down and away.
Swing and a bouncer. The second baseman, Chaplin, was playing behind the bag, so he gets there for 1. Ash will be at first. Boy, that one bounced up the middle. Little Rock had that shift on, and it helps him retire the base runner.
Yeah, it had a little bobble right here. Just got to make sure of 1. Ooh. Did he have control of the ball before King hit the bag?
They're going to play on. Brady Thomas, the hottest hitter in the order. Takes that for a strike. He homered and he doubled. Yesterday had 3 hits. Red hot bat this weekend. Count evens. The senior playing his postseason ball in his home state from Brandon, Mississippi. Inside corner, strike 2.
Really good slider for a strike right there. Tag Andrews, I mean, he loves to spin it quite often. The chase rate versus lefties with 2 strikes is almost 70% with that breaking ball.
He fires. Thomas represents the tying run. Swings, vaults it. Down the line, long run for Smith. He's got room, and he makes a catch. Little Rock is 1 out away from going to a regional final and starting this weekend 2-0, improbably, in Hattiesburg.
I think last year's experience in that Baton Rouge Regional versus the national champion is really helping them here at Hattiesburg in 2026. No doubt.
Ace Williamson takes the 1-0 upstairs.
See the first baseman playing behind at first base. No threat of a stolen base, only 3 on the season from Thomas. Left-handed hitter, really good coaching.
They're a strike away now. Two-two. That hits him. And so the tying run is on. Ash moves to second. Jack State down to their final strike, final out. Not done yet.
And the go-ahead run at the plate, Fitzy. And Cooper Blauser. And remember, he smoked a ball his last at-bat on a breaking ball. And here's the setup. On the season, .218 average versus spin. Tag Davis loves to spin it. He's going to have to see a breaking ball up, and he can drive through the middle of the field.
And so Hill's going to go talk to Andrews. It's improbable that Little Rock has even reached this stage. Last week of the OVC tournament, played 7 games in 5 days, had to win 5 straight elimination games. Showed their poise, their measure, their resolve. Earned a trip to this tournament, 1 out away from going to a regional final for a 2nd straight year. But this time around, they would have the upper hand. And somebody would have to beat them twice on Sunday and Monday. Blauser swings at the 1-1, drills it out to right center. O'Brien on the move, near the wall. He reaches, and he makes a catch. Little Rock on the big stage comes up big. They're going to a regional final for a second straight year. But this time around, they've got the upper hand.
Blauser gave it a nice ride on a breaking ball up in the zone. Hit it to the wall right center. Just not quite enough. And Little Rock, just tremendous poise on both sides of the ball, defensively and on the mound, at the plate, situational hitting. Just a spectacular display of quality baseball back-to-back days here in this Hattiesburg Regional.
Since we went to this format in 1999, there's only been 11 4 seeds to start. 2-0. Little Rock becomes the next. A 7-4 come-from-behind win yesterday over the national seed. And then the 8-6 win today, a game in which, Bobby, they never trailed. And look out, the Trojans are in the regional final tomorrow, and they're going to await the winner of our elimination game that'll get the day started between Virginia and Jacksonville State. Congrats to the Trojans. Their journey is not over. Tomorrow, it's Virginia and Jack State to get our doubleheader started. What a day in Hattiesburg.
Awesome baseballness.
For Bobby Miranda and the crew, I'm Kevin Fitzgerald saying good night. Little Rock moving on to the regional final.